Hello, this is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck Good Attitude Services. It's Wednesday, July 24th. It's about 92 degrees outside. There's a little bit of a breeze, so it's not too bad. It's much cooler than last week. Last week we were getting above 100. It got 105. Very difficult to do any kind of physical work outside when it's over 100. This week it's dropping down. Tomorrow actually be in the 80s, which would be great because I'm going to be going out and doing a yard cleanup job. I've been the last couple days, or 2 days ago, or not 2 days ago, on Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday I went and helped a repeat customer. I've been working with her off and on for the last 6 months. Initially I was helping her move stuff that she had purchased, furniture, and bring it to her house where she's doing a remodel job, and she's decorating it differently. Needed couches and some other furniture to add to that kind of interior decorating after she gets it all remodeled. It's a very nice job she's doing, or the person that's doing the job is doing an excellent job on the cabinets. And now she's cleaning up the yard and getting some flower beds and plant beds, putting dirt in them and getting them ready. And she has plants, and then she's redoing the rock wall, or the retaining wall that had a bunch of rocks, and then redoing that. So I'm taking that out and moving some dirt, and just getting outside and doing some physical labor, moving some wood around, and just organizing the back, and then maybe doing some more landscaping as time goes on. I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Friday, and then this also is going to lead into some removal work. So it's good sometimes when a customer, like a junk removal customer, or someone who's hiring you to deliver or do moving, a lot of times they'll ask you to do other services. And if you can do those services, it's great to help keep that customer. She asked if I could do some yard cleanup and maybe some landscaping and things like that. And I said, sure, because I've done that work in the past. Gardening, landscaping, and stonework and stuff like that I've done in the past. So I'm willing to get outside and do that kind of work. I enjoy that work too. So that'll be 3 days of that work this week. And then also she's talking about doing a removal job. So I'm not sure, tomorrow or on Friday I'll be going in, bringing the truck and removing some of the stuff that we've been cleaning out. And she also said her neighbor also needs some furniture removal. So by keeping this customer, I've been able to do work off and on with her on jobs, and then now maybe leads into other customers and referrals. So it's always good to do that occasionally, to do other types of work too, if you can, that may lead into other work, like other junk removal jobs or referrals for other customers. So that'd be great. And it's been pretty good so far this month. Except for when it was really hot. There was a couple of days there I wasn't going to go outside. Not that I haven't done jobs in 105, but it's just I'm not really interested in working in that really hot weather unless I have to. I think it's probably going to be fairly cool, and I mean, like in the 80s and 90s. That's cool for the summer out here. But there could be days it could go back up again. I mean, it's not unlikely that August gets in the hundreds too. So we still have August. And then when September comes around, it's going to cool off. Be nice and cool usually in September. That's my favorite month. And the customer I'm working with right now is saying that she's going to be doing some more. She wants to get up into her land and do a lot of clean out. But since it's fairly hot right now, she wants to wait till it's a little bit cooler, because that's going to be a lot of work going up there and doing that clean out. And so it's probably better that it's going to be in the cooler parts of September, hopefully. So that's good. Since I had my other client that I was getting regular work for, that contract, or that job kind of ended. So that's good that this came in, and then I've been advertising, and you can get some phone calls. It's just stuff that hasn't worked out. So I'm glad that this week is going to be booked out, helping her out, because these are full days I'm working with her. It'll take up most of the day. Then I'm going to be marketing for the weekend. The truck's ready to go, and hopefully, if I get those removal jobs, that'll be two more that will add to the end of the week, so I might be 2 removals on Saturday, hopefully Friday or Saturday. We'll see about that. I still have to do a quote on that. And I was reading something in, I don't know where I was reading about how when you do go out and when a customer does call you and you're not sure, how to price it, and you tell them I'll give you an estimate, I'll do an on-site estimate. This guy was saying, or I was reading, I can't remember where I read it. I have to look it up. Someone who's doing trainings for sales and that said sometimes it's better to give them or offer them a obligated quote. I don't know if that's probably the wrong way to say it, but say they'll do an on-site quote without any kind of obligations to you hiring me, so that that may help them feel more comfortable when you come out and actually do the on-site. And he said quote, so I thought that was interesting because I've always said estimate. So I don't know if that's better or not. I just thought that was interesting. As I'm always reading up and trying to figure out how to price. I did notice also Sonoma Strong had a video exclusively on the pricing, and they were driving around town and they were showing these piles, and they were telling what they quote or what their price would be, and then they asked people who were watching the video what quotes they would give, and so that was interesting to see that. I know every area is different. The quotes or the prices that they were giving the customer, or I don't know if they were actually doing the job, but the quotes they were giving on the video were fairly high for what I would for a truckload. But then again, they're in a different area. The price of their landfill is a lot higher than the price of landfill here or the transfer station here, and I think they have more regulations too there. So probably the cost of fuel is a little more pricey, and of course the cost of living is much more expensive in California than where I live. So you got to factor that in. You can't always. You can watch someone like that, and then you have to figure out where they at, where they're located, and all the different overhead parts of overhead they're dealing with as far as their location, as opposed to where you are. So you may be able to charge a lot less than they are, or you might have to charge more. It just depends. It's kind of tricky. So I always watch. I still watch. I'm still not quite exact sure where my prices are going to be. I still fluctuate with them, and it also depends on the customer. If they're a repeat customer, like the lady I've been working with this week, I would probably give her a much better price because she's already given me regular work, and then more work in the future. So if I have that, if the customers I know is going to get more consistent work in the future, I always give those people a discount because. And they're a regular customer, they're a preferred customer. So in that sense, I do give them a discount. I don't know if everybody does that or not, but that's the way I do it. And I'm still working on the prices, and I also negotiate too. My prices aren't rigid like a bigger company. It just depends on how, the access, even the weather, just where it's located, all these different factors in. So I can't really say, give them a price on the phone, like just from looking at a picture. I have to know where it's at, and I have to go out and look at it and kind of see the terrain and if it's going to be easy access. And then, like I said, if it's a repeat customer I've worked with for months or years, I already know the terrain. I already know how their place is, and I already know I can give them a better price because I'm getting consistent work. So a lot of things to think about when pricing. It's not just cut and dry. It's not like when you're doing moving. When I do moving, it's always just hourly, and it's just usually I'll raise the hourly if the prices of fuel go up and insurance have gone up, so I have to start to raise those prices a bit. But it's pretty much just straight hourly, and if it's further out, past a certain area, mileage wise, I'll have to add a mileage fee, and that's about it. It's more cut and dry than junk removal, where you're dealing with. It's a different service. You have to deal with the fees and the dump fees and how the materials can be heavier than other materials. Like, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to continue to do construction removals. I've done some, but the weight and the way my truck is, sometimes it's a little bit more of a challenge. doing those, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do those or I'm going to focus more on furniture removal and storage, clean house, household removals. I like those better. I really kind of shy away from hoarder house, houses that are full of, just trash all over. What they call hoarder house removals, where there's just garbage everywhere. I've done those before, and I'm not really interested in those. I mean, I know you can make a lot of money on them, but the ones I've done, it just was too much for me to. I don't have a crew to do those jobs. They take a lot of, and then my truck, I would have to get a different vehicle to do that. So I think I'm gonna stick with the smaller jobs that I'm doing. I enjoy those and build on that, and then work with a lot of the repeat customers and do the moving and delivery, and then even do landscaping. Right now in the summertime, we do a lot of yard cleanup type stuff. That's fine with me. I don't specifically advertise for that, but if someone asks, I'll do it. I do have some pictures of some of the work I've done, some of the flagstone work and brickwork and things that I've done, that if they're interested, I can do some of that, or I can help transport some of the materials, or just do simple digging and just prepping the yard. I like doing that, and maybe if I do some planting and that, and then general cleanup is fine with me. So we'll see. I might do more of those. I might not. Definitely for that customer, I definitely will be doing more of that work. Other than that, that's about it. Let's see. Can't think of anything else. I just wanted to do another. I haven't done a video lately because last week I didn't do a whole lot, and it was too hot, really, to tell you the truth. So I just kind of took it easy on those days, and just been kind of doing other stuff. Doing my went out and did some door dashing and that kind of stuff. That's fun to do. I don't do a lot of it, but I did that, and just kind of organizing things around the house and seeing where I'm going to go from here. And I got to figure out. Oh, that's another thing too, is I've been looking into revamping my website, and I've been looking at. I know I can get my domain name in the way I want it, and I'm going to add another website, which is Good Attitude Services website. Right now I have the 10foottruck.com, but I want to start to interact more with my website, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to go ahead and do my own, because my brother built the other website and it's kind of static, and I don't really have a way to get into it, and he's busy, and it really isn't designed. I mean, it's focused on my deliveries and stuff, but junk removal, all that is. I added that with Good Attitude Services. So, and I also like the landscaping, that doing landscape cleanup and that. I don't really have that listed on that site, so I'd like to add all that stuff in, add videos, and add my YouTube videos, and then update it on a regular basis, just to get that out there, because I know that helps. According to a lot of the videos I watch on junk removal, it helps a lot to do that, to get your name out there. So I got to work on that. I've been looking at it, and I'm just not much for computers, and so I'm going to have to force myself to get in there. I don't want to hire anybody. I can't afford that, but I want to get in there and start figuring out how to do. And now they have this AI, a lot of AI tools for web design and stuff. So it's not going to be very hard. It's just very time consuming, tedious, and if you're not a computer person like me, and focusing on stuff like that, it's a little bit more of a challenge. So, but I'm going to keep pushing. Got to do it. Anyway, this is Daryl, 10-Foot Truck. Good Attitude Services. I hope everyone's having a great day, and it's going to be the weekend. Is this the last weekend of July or the 24th? Yeah, so tell you what, it's the 20. Yeah, so hope you're doing all great, and we're going into another month, and I hope we're going to do even better next month. So this is Daryl at Good Attitude Services signing out. Have a great day.